I think we're good. Oh, yeah, okay, so it looks like Ecliptic Skies was a dab emoji. Okay, that's awesome. Alright, hello there, everybody. This is Baby13 here, and welcome to Randomness Day. In case that you all don't know what Randomness Day is, it is a day where I would look up things, random things, that I thought of inside my head, and then I looked through the internet of them to see if they're going to be good or not. But you get the idea. The topic is totally random, and we're going to go ahead and have ourselves some fun. And this one is about swords. I've always been interested by swords because a whole lot of tradition, especially in Japan, where the Japanese samurai katana is the symbol of the samurai. And it also says in the Japanese mythology that the katana carries the soul of its wielder. I think that's what I think, if I remember correctly, that's what it was. And also, as you all can see, I think I putting my camera in the right way. Okay. Alright. We got this sword here. Let me get it close up. Okay, maybe if I put it this way. Yeah, it says Excalibur on it. You know, the legendary sword. Whoever wields it gets to become King of England. This is not the real one. This is not the real one. But legend does say that the real sword of Excalibur is inside a calm lake. I'm not exactly sure, but it's definitely in England. Yeah, Sir Percival threw Excalibur in a lake of calm water where the Lady of the Lake lives. And also this one, thank you very much, Ecliptic Skies. And this one here was supposed to be on a wall, like as you all can see from here. This little bracket thing was supposed to be used for wall mounting. But I don't exactly have a wall mount for it yet. And this is supposed to be a one-hander. And don't worry, these are not combat graded swords. Don't worry, these are made out of the same material that you use in silverware, which is stainless steel, so please don't worry, see? I can hold my hand on the blade, and it doesn't hurt at all. And then there's this one, a replica of a U.S. Marine saber. This one here has its own scabbard. Hello there, Mr. Tooth Gaming. How are you doing today? As you can see, which I think that you all may be able to see it. I think. It says U.S. Marines on it, but don't worry. It's a replica. I got it at an Army surplus store. Oh, I'm good, thank you very much, Mr. Tooth Gaming. And I gotta be careful with this sword. It does have an edge. Oh, cool. I like swords, really. I mean, I like swords too. And then of course I got this. This here is a lightsaber. Well, not exactly a legit Star Wars lightsaber, but you get an idea. It is a toy lightsaber, but I don't have batteries on this thing, so you all would be able to hear it. But it does sound exactly like it was in the movies. Oh, you have a machete? Oh, you can't see? Okay. Yeah, see? Star Wars lightsaber. I really don't have the batteries for me to put this, to turn this thing on yet. Yeah, don't point that thing at me. Don't worry, I won't. None of the swords, except for the replica marine saber, is combat graded. All the swords is stainless steel, which you all know, it's silverware. The stainless steel cannot hold up to the okay, stainless steel swords cannot hold the impacts and absorb the blows of impacts of sword clashing. Believe me, I would know. I tried. I nearly broke the sword by clashing with another sword. Does the lightsaber work? Yes, it does work, but I don't have the batteries on me right now. Well, let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. How many batteries does my lightsaber need? Let's see. Okay. No, that won't work. Okay. Alright, I'll get the batteries for it later. I don't have the battery. Well, in fact, maybe I do. Let me check my controller here. Yeah, this'll work. Alright. I made a small butchering knife out of 1080 steel. Nice sword. I only have a kitchen knife. Oh, that's... I guess that's cool. Let's see if this works. There you go. Lightsaber works. I have a faux Minecraft sword. Nice. That's awesome, Ecliptic Skies. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch this video. The Forging of the Samurai Katana. A lot of y'all might be saying, why is Japanese swords expensive? Well, you're gonna go ahead and find out.
From the comfort of your garage. Order online or via our mobile app with advanced same day. Get same day pickup, same day curbside, or same day delivery. Advance your auto. Advance Auto Parts.
For over 1,000 years, one weapon has dominated the battlefields of Japan.
Yeah, the katana.
So fearsome that it can split a man from throat to groin.
Oh, look how sharp that sword is. Holy crap!
Can split a man from throat to
Like this part. Imagine if this was anyone. Yeah, imagine if this was anyone.
groin.
Shnikes, look how straight that cut is. That that's insane. That is totally insane on how sharp that sword is. Like, to be able to freaking use that sword in self-defense and freaking have a clean cut like that. Not even a mistake in where you want to put the sword in. Jeez.
Yet it spawned an entirely new art form.
He reminds me of Trunks from DBZ. Yeah.
A sword so technologically perfect in structure, so beautiful in creation, that it gave rise to an aristocratic warrior creed.
See? Freaking katanas are freaking symbols of the Japanese samurai.
There is no weapon anywhere else in the world that seems to be regarded as having a spirit of its own.
Oh, let me see that.
To me, the Japanese sword is the ultimate sword in the world. It has everything a perfect.
Oh, man. So that's what a real Japanese sword looks like. Can katanas be used to cut carrots? Katanas can be used to cut anything. You know what I mean? Absolutely anything. I have seen videos where katanas can freaking slice through steel armor like it was a can opener.
Weapon should have.
Holy crap!
Access to the foundries, swordsmiths, and fighting schools can reveal what makes the so-called perfect sword. And on the inside,
Okay.
the science of centuries-old secrets that give this blade terrifying sharpness and formidable strength. A no-holds-barred look at one of the most iconic
Jeez!
ever forged. This is the inside track on the making of the legend that is the samurai sword.
I'm gonna buy a katana solely to slice vegetables. Oh, that'll be awesome, but genuine. These are genuine samurai katanas. And they are expensive ASF because of how much labor that goes into making a sword. Like there is the metal that needs to be looked after, and then 3 people would have to hammer two people hammer. Well, you get the idea. You all would see soon.
The birth of the samurai sword dates back to before the 10th century, when elite Japanese warriors served feudal warlords.
Shoguns.
Called samurai, which means those who serve, they rose in power and prestige. Only certain men, selected from the aristocracy, became samurai. It meant a lifetime of training and discipline that would set them apart from the rest of society.
No, that's a beautiful sword. That is definitely a beautiful sword.
To be a samurai meant honor.
Dang, that's a good looking sword. Oh heck yeah. I could use that to slice a pizza up good.
Pride.
Yeah, you could.
The feeling of being an elite.
Definitely, like, you can cut anything with a katana. And the samurai were like the freaking Spartans of their day. They trained possibly since birth, possibly, to master the art of war.
Was certainly the test, because only the best were chosen.
For historians like Dr. Stephen Turnbull, above all, the samurai blade created the legend.
Jeez, that's a clean cut.
Allegedly strong enough to
That's a
slice
clean
one in
cut.
two, but also precise enough to cut a single human.
See, look. Just, that is totally clean. Just one stroke, boom.
And hair. And design
That's satisfying AF. Heck yeah, it is.
to cut from the moment of release from its sheath. It inspired a whole new way of fighting. For many, the katana sword developed in the 16th century has the perfect combination of balance, artistic beauty, plus a sharpness in its cutting edge. Shimane in southwest Japan hides a place that still makes the metal for true katana swords. Called the Home of the Gods, this area has rare mineral ores vital in the forging of a unique type of steel.
Tabahagane.
The birth of every katana sword takes place in a crucible of fire, at the bottom of an iron furnace. Called tatara, this one is a rare traditional smelting furnace, the last one in Japan.
That's a clay furnace.
The secrets of this age-old craft fascinate modern metallurgists like David Starby.
The traditional Japanese smelting furnace is what's known as the tatara. It's about 3 meters long by about a meter wide and 1 to 2 meters in height, with a row of air inlets or tuyeres along one side.
But this is cool.
Tatara are last remaining traditional tatara masters in the world. He won't sleep for 3 days.
Oh, you all should see something real quick. Let me see let's see if this sword maker still exists. Okay, let's see. Let's look at this one. Just effing look at that. Just freaking look at these beautiful weapons. Holy crap. Let me look at that. Holy crap. I love the sword maker. Black Legion Battle Axe. Man. Now this one. Holy. Oh my goodness. Holy. It kind of resembles Frostmourne from World of War. I mean, it's like it's nearly identical to Frostmourne from Warcraft. Man. Jeez. Holy crap. one is made out of Damascus steel sword. I mean, this is made out of Damascus steel. Okay. Holy crap. That... I'm utterly speechless. Darn, I want one. Chop up the peppers. Chop up the peppers, slice those lemons, freaking cut those onions up. Freaking cut those onions and you don't even go near them. Okay, good to see that this sword maker is still doing their thing.
And 3 nights as he watches the furnace work on the dark materials for the world's sharpest swords. Compared to ordinary iron ore, the iron sand found locally is incredibly pure. It contains far less impurities like sulfur and phosphorus, which make iron and steel brittle. The magic starts when the carbon in the charcoal combines with the iron sand to form a unique type of steel.
Tabahagane.
The Japanese call this raw steel tamahagane.
Within an hour, the iron sand sinks to the bottom, to what we call the bed of fire. When we look at the bed of fire, we can clearly see from the color whether or not it has become tamahagane.
And now you all see why the Japanese katana is an expensive sword.
Contains chemical and physical properties essential to the katana sword. First, at the atomic level, a small amount of carbon is retained. Just enough to give the legendary sword its first must-have quality. The carbon provides inbuilt shock absorption to withstand huge punishment.
Yeah, that's right.
Blows. But a good sword needs to be more than just flexible. Metallurgist David Starley is an expert worker.
Holy crap, that was awesome!
This is actually a fairly pure
Let me see that again. That was sick. Let me try that again. Okay. Holy crap, okay, that was cool.
But a good sword needs to be more than just flexible.
Holy crap!
Starley is an expert working with the Royal Armies in the UK.
That was awesome! How well would a katana work in the kitchen? Would you see? Recommend it. I am not exactly sure.
This is actually a fairly pure iron. As we can see, it's very ductile. We bend it, it stays put. It's quite tough. It won't shatter. It's not brittle. But it's not very good for retaining the edge.
So the katana is also given a pure steel outer edge, with low levels of impurities like sulfur. The result? Razor-like sharpness.
Jeez! Just look at that. Okay. That is crazy sharp. That is a clean cut for real. And also that it took a few it may took a few seconds for this piece of bamboo to know that it's been cut. Jeez.
The unique arrangement of iron and carbon in the katana sword gives hardness plus flexibility. And in the hands of a trained samurai, a power that seems to transcend its size and weight. Japanese swordmakers perfected
That would really chop some celery. Heck yeah, it would.
combines hard steel
sword blade.
By the end of the second day, the furnace has already eaten up 2/3 of 26 tons or so of charcoal and iron sand.
The furnace is like a human being. We can think of the iron and coal as food. We feed her, she digests it, so that she will bear good tamahagane.
For a man in his 70s, Kihara maintains an incredible passion for a tough job.
Okay, just gonna fast forward a little bit.
Ore and charcoal to produce this crude.
Right there. This thing here, this metal here, that's freaking tamahagane. That is insane. And it took like about 48 hours. The foreman who runs that furnace has to wait 48 hours, and he didn't sleep. I watched this video many times in order to make sure that the tamahagane is done.
Steel they call tamahagane. If it's of the right grade, it could fetch around $50,000, which is around
Shoot, man! That tamahagane is worth 50 grand.
50 times more expensive than ordinary steel.
Jeez.
Furnace master Kihara Akira must now choose which bits are good enough to go to the sword maker. It all comes down to the carbon content of the steel. Too little carbon, and the finished sword could be soft. Too much, and it could end up brittle. The areas along the sides of where sufficient oxidation has occurred offer the best prospects. At the University of Leeds in the UK, Dr. Stephen Turnbull specializes in samurai history.
Okay. I'm just gonna stop it right here because I wasn't sure if people are up to watching a documentary on it, but yeah. But now we got a person from the FaZe clan. I think they call him FaZe clan. And he also has a collection of swords. Katanas are cool though. Yeah, they are. I'll show you how expensive they are. See? Look, right there. That one. Japanese katana sword, folded clay, tempered tamahagane steel with Hodori polish. $3,799. That is how expensive it is. 1060 carbon steel, $249. Katana Samurai 1060 carbon steel with red acid dye, $339. To chop out the tomatoes. That'll be awesome.
Alright, what's going on guys, it's Jev, and welcome to another little vlog, but this little vlog is going to be a little bit different. Back when I made my P.O. Box opening videos, I would say all the way starting from around number 4 or so. If you've watched any of the P.O. Box openings, you guys would know that I have received a ton of different assorted weapons and such.
Okay, this guy might be considered very lucky that he has a P.O. box and people, fans, or whatever just send him weapons. And I was like, yeah, this guy's definitely going to be set up for the apocalypse.
No guns or anything like super...
Uh-oh, a vlog. Oh. Okay, let's see. Right here.
And they're meant to be like...
Okay, that's definitely the Legend of Zelda Master Sword.
one whole blade, I'm assuming. It's just two sides the same weapon. I actually have multiple weapons that are just kind of exactly like this, really. You'll see this blade design like multiple times.
Oh, that's an awesome sword right there. I like it. It's like a dragon design.
I've gotten so many versions of these blades, but it looks
It's like freaking Leonidas from the 300. Leonidas' sword from the 300.
it's cool, pretty sharp when I got them. Next I have a cosplay sword. It's actually pretty well done. Casing is nice. It actually like slings over your shoulder and shit. They gave me a Link outfit with it and everything. This is a sword from Legend
It could be good to cut some cheese. Oh yeah, definitely.
of Zelda, the one that Link uses. Pull it out of the sheath. This is the blade. It's really not that sharp. It's kind of dirty and everything too. But I left everything exactly how I got it. I didn't.
That's definitely a stainless steel sword. I would know. I've seen actual swords myself to let you know that is definitely a stainless steel sword. And also you can tell how easily dirty that sword is. How easily dirty that stainless steel can do.
Didn't really do much else to them, but it's probably one of the coolest swords that I've gotten. Got the sheath right here, drops right in there, nice and smooth. Next sword is kind of like this cool dragon blade thing. It has like a chain on it and everything. Just looks cool.
Does it transform into an adult though? that's from Ocarina of Time. You can easily shine up a stainless steel sword. Oh, that's definitely true. It is definitely true, Mr. Tooth Gaming. But this is just from my perspective when I did research and stuff, is that a combat graded sword would actually not get dirty so quickly.
It doesn't feel like the most solid thing. It doesn't feel like steel.
But yeah, you're right. They're definitely easy to clean though.
Take it out of the sheath. It's actually a pretty light sword. I'm not really sure what it's considered when it has this handle.
It's a saber. It's a saber.
On it, what the fuck do they call them? A glaive or some shit like that? I would probably just call it a long sword, but I'm sure there's an actual correct term for it. I know it's not a rapier. I don't think I've actually got any
That's definitely not a rapier. Rapiers are skinnier than that. That's the saber.
Rapiers. Next sword is this katana. It's got a nice white sheath, got a black handle. This metal here doesn't really seem, I don't know, that solid. Probably like aluminum or something. Comes out, and it just looks really...
Okay. I think this one here might be a genuine samurai katana. Maybe. You could check out the Harmon right there. That could be a genuine samurai katana, but I can't tell for sure.
Really nice. Honestly, a lot of these blades aren't even really that sharp. A couple of them are sharp, but these katanas, for example, I actually have another katana. It's a pink katana, you'll see it. This is just, it's not really that sharp, but it looks cool, so.
Okay, so it's not sharp. Okay, so it's not a combat weapon. Okay.
Now here is another cosplay weapon. If you don't recognize this sword's design,
Oh, it's Kirito's sword from Sword Art Online. Oh, that's Kirito's sword.
Kirito's from Sword Art Online. It's a pretty accurate representation of what the actual blade is. The big black...
Ah, that is a beautiful sword. I watched Sword Art Online. A lot of people may think that that the anime sucks, but to me, I do like it.
Black blade. Got this cool design on it. Got this little symbol on the end of it. It's not really that sharp though. If you look at the end of it right here, it's actually not. It's not much of a blade. It's more or less flat. It's clear that this isn't made to be, you know, chopping, slashing, slicing, stabbing, nothing. It's just for show, but it looks nice as fuck. Next up, we got a blade that I got in my last P.O. box opening. It's this red dragon blade.
Holy crap, that is awesome.
Design is actually really cool on it. I'm not...
That is awesome.
It actually look really cool. It's red and everything. It's not sharp at all either. I don't recommend actually just sliding your hand across anything that even represents a blade, but I'm a fucking idiot, so. The coolest thing I found about this blade...
Oh, that is awesome. Oh man, was I talking too much again? Oh yeah, I forgot Mr. Tooth Gaming might be on a break. Okay.
Even though it's kind of impractical, is that these little things come out here and they like, I don't know.
Okay, so they're mini daggers. Okay, so that's a sword that has mini daggers. Okay.
If they're meant to be able to like stab anybody or something like that, but it's just a really cool thing. They come out and the blade can be just like this, or you can put it back in and they'll be exactly how they were. It's got 2 slots that you slide them into so they don't clack into each other. You slide in 1, and you slide in 2, and boom, that's a full blade. It's kind of impractical though, because these actually just end up falling out. There's like nothing really securing them here, but it's whatever, they're pretty cool. I also got this little throwing axe here. I actually did try to throw it a couple times, and I couldn't stick it into anything at all, but I mean, I tried. This is one of the few throwing weapons that I got. I have this throwing axe. I guess you could also use it as like some sort of like little machete to chop down a little bit of foliage, but I mean, I don't know how effective that's gonna actually be. Or like going through a jungle or some shit. Next is
Okay.
this blade right here. It actually looks pretty fucking cool, but the coolest thing about this whole thing, it's not the longest of all the blades that I have here, but the coolest thing about this is that it's actually 2 swords. Like I said, I have other blades that are similar.
Okay, so that's definitely cool. That is definitely cool. 1 sword that can split itself to become 2. Oh, that is awesome.
To the first blade I showed you guys, they just have like these really polar opposites of each other. They're just complete opposites of each other. They both have symbols on them. They're actually a little sharp compared to the other blades that I got. It says it's stainless steel, so I mean, I guess I'll take it for what it says. But
Stainless steel, not a weapon grade, not a weapon grade metal.
But now we're at the pink katana that I was talking about.
Oh, the pink katana.
It's basically the exact same as the white one that I showed you guys already. One thing I noticed with this one though is that the blade is kind of like loose. It's like here, jingling.
Oh, that's not good. That is definitely not good to have a blade that is like that. Jeez. Okay, mister, wear gloves when you're holding that sword. That is dangerous. Make one false move and that sword will freaking come apart and freaking cut you good. Man, that is dangerous. I'm hoping he just keeps that sword in the katana. You know, in the katana handle. I mean, you know what I mean. Oh yeah, I gotta go ahead and... There we go. Okay, copy that, and we put you here. There you go.
Around. The other one doesn't move whatsoever. Regardless, I mean, I'm not gonna really do like everything else. But when I initially opened it, I thought it was just 1 blade. I thought it was
Holy
just like
crap!
I looked in the packaging that came with it, and I realized that there's actually another little blade. It's a shorter version of this blade.
Okay, that is definitely resembling Miyamoto Musashi. I think I said his name right, Miyamoto Musashi. He is the person who made the Book of 5 Rings. And he also wielded 1 long sword and 1 short sword in his fights. Long swords can be used for one point of view, and then you have the secondary short sword for when you... It's a tactical advantage for having 2 different sized swords in 2 hands.
Blade, so I guess it's meant to be like a dual wielded or something. Like a short sword, long sword kind of thing. All of them have virtually the same types of handles on them. I'm sounding pretty professional with all this shit. Got more symbols on it. This looks really nice. And then we got these. These actually came from 2 different places, but they're
Holy
virtually
crap!
the same blade. And these are actually probably the sharpest ones I've gotten next to all of the knives that I've gotten anyway. These are probably...
Jeez. I just hope that some of you out there this is just a joke. I'm hoping at some point you all would not give me weapons. I already have enough weapons here to survive the apocalypse. Okay. And now we go to this one. In case that you all don't know what this show is, basically, this is a YouTube channel that are legit blacksmiths. Like, they have been practicing their craft for many years. And that they're so good at what they do, they freaking make weapons from video games and anime, etc. to life. So this one over here is the Witcher 3 swords. I'll put the link to the video in the description.
I'm Carrie. We are the Stagmer Brothers, a Baltimore knife and sword. We're going to be building some of your favorite weapons, and some weapons that you've never seen before.
This is Man-at-Arms, Reforged. Upon seeing all the requests for the swords from Witcher 3, all I had to do was look at the box cover to realize they were swords we had to build.
Today we're taking the two most iconic swords from the new Witcher game. Since these are two very similar...
Okay. If anyone out there plays The Witcher, what are these swords' names? Those are some cool looking swords.
Long swords, we're going to show you two very different processes. One's going to be forged and one's going to be CNC'd. So the first thing I got to do is draw the blade that's going to be CNC'd, and then we'll go from there. We're going to size it to about 35 inches, which is a pretty standard longsword blade. We're going to go ahead and get this one cut out first, and then when we go to forge the second blade, we'll try to match the dimensions. So the first thing Sam did was he forged a nub. That gives him a nice little area to hold with a pair of tongs to begin the forging. He's now going to the hammer, using a hot cut tool and cutting the excess material away, allowing him to just draw the blade out from the leftover material.
That's a power. Hey, that's a power hammer.
Sam begins to taper the bar out. Rotating your hot metal under the forge a quarter turn at a time allows you to keep it very symmetrical and keep everything nice and even.
Heck yeah, it does.
You can see this hammer makes really quick work of this. Not only is it really powerful, it also has a lot of finesse and control, so Sam's able to draw this blade out basically in one heat. He can now just go straight to the flat dies and flatten it out into a sword blade.
See, he's such a professional that he does it.
For the pommel on one of the Witcher swords, we essentially have a wheel pommel that's going to get sculpted on one side. So I'm going to cut this piece of material for Ilya, and he's going to be able to cut it to shape using chisels.
Jeez!
We're now starting to forge the other pommel for the Witcher. First thing Ilya's got to do with either side of the bar is reduce
Old school blacksmithing.
creating that leopard-like head. Ilya now moves to the vise, clamps the material by the snout, and uses
Gotta refresh the chat.
at an angle to create like the ear-like shapes. And he did a really freaking good job of it. I guess I shouldn't sound so surprised.
Jeez!
He's now using that hot cut again to form the mouth. He's using the same tool to go ahead and cut the V-like.
Oh, so he's making a wolf's head.
Chisel with a rounded edge. This is gonna start creating our eye sockets. You can see that we're rotating it quarter turn each time. You don't want to work one side more than the other. Keep it even.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Take flight.
Well, I guess they're gonna be more detailed later in the build.
We made a triangular shaped punch to do the texturing on the neck of the pommels. I assist Ilya using a pair of tongs, holding the head into the swage block as he lays in the detail. Now that we got a nice gentle bend in our pommel, we went ahead and quenched each head to cool it off a little bit to make sure that center area is hotter, so that's where the metal will move. We're now gonna crisp up that bend and then start building those heads over. After getting our pommel bent into a nice U shape, Ilya moves to the fly press. He could go to a power hammer or even the hydraulic press, but the fly press gives him a lot of control, allows him to shut it just right without getting any overlaps or cold shuts.
In keeping with the concept of one piece being forged to shape and one piece being machined to shape, I set this blade onto the milling machine. I'll be CNC carving the fullers into this. Matt will be forging and then grinding the ones in the other sword.
Now that we have the triple fullered blade for the silver sword,
Okay.
I can now start grinding my edges. I don't want to grind too much material off before heat treat, but I got to get it roughed in to save me a lot of time after we get it hardened. So I have to put a fuller in the forged blade that we did.
Okay.
I used a Sharpie and just struck my center line. Just gonna help as a guide. If you ask 10 different sword makers how to put a fuller in a blade, they're probably gonna give you 10 different answers. In this case, I'm gonna use a narrow wheel on the grinder, and I'm just gonna grind it right in. Initially, Ilya used a rounded offset tool to create that center section to ramp into the koyan of the guard. He then just used another square offset tool just to crisp everything up. Now we're using a hot cut tool to cut off the excess material that we don't need on the end of that guard. He'll then flip it over to get more heat, draw out the other tine, and then hand it off to me for offset and twisting.
Okay. So far it's cool.
What I'm doing here is I'm just using...
Okay, next time you want to know why swords are expensive, please look at this video. And you would see how long it takes to make a sword. Even though it says 12 minutes, but it definitely takes longer than that. It's just, you know, for editing purposes, I guess.
Using the torch to heat a specific area that I'm then going to lay in some twisting. Trying to get my heat as even as possible so when we do the twisting we don't have any tight or loose spots. I'm going to use a pair of wrenches so that I put even torque on it, hopefully keep it straight, we don't get any lopsided twists. I've watched Kerry twist hundreds if not thousands of guards while working with him side by side over the years. It's not easy. You can get halfway through a project, get to the twisting and be overconfident and mess your whole piece up.
Yeah, don't get cocky.
For a hand-forged piece, I'd say that's not too bad. Alright, we got both our guards forged to shape. Ilya forged this nice shape here. Got to true off a little bit to even the sides and then clean it up. From there, this one's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
It's now time to get our first guard fitted to the tang. John had to bend the tines of the guards out a little bit to be able to get in with the vertical mill.
I should check forge and fire. Oh, I will. As soon as we get done with this video, I'll go ahead and take a look into that.
So now that we got our guard slotted and fitted to the tang, I can do some grinding on the center section here, which is called the...
It's just that these people are making the swords from The Witcher 3. Yeah, see? The Witcher 3 silver and steel swords.
Koyan block. The interesting thing about this sword is in all the game art, the center section changes. Some of it has no peak at all, some of it has a really tall peak. So what I'm going to do is just leave it about where it's at, split the difference. Gonna go in here, clean this up, and then I'm going to do some sculpting on the face.
They think I'm an old dog? I'll show 'em just
From the first time we looked at doing the Witcher blades, we thought of Lewis Shaw. His handles look almost exactly like those in the game. We've brought him in, we're going to turn it all over to him.
Holy crap, that is awesome. Let me check that out again.
Almost exactly like those
Holy, that is awesome.
in the game. We've brought him in, we're going to turn
Just,
it all over
wow.
Lewis is going to be not only making the handles for us, but he's also going to be doing the ferrules. The ferrules are the metal spacers that are in between the handle sections.
So these are the ferrules for the grips on the Witcher swords. I mark them in with the Dremel tool. I'll come back with the hacksaw. And now I'll come in and just gently round them over with the file. It's scintillating work, but it will have a really nice round over detail when I'm done.
Lewis has done hundreds, if not thousands, of these wire-wrapped handles. That's why he makes it look so easy. Trust me, from experience, I know it's not.
Ultimately, you want these wires to look like they're one single braid. In order to do that, you take 2 wires, twist them clockwise, another 2 wires, and twist them counterclockwise the same amount of times. For the black and silver Witcher sword, I'm using annealed steel wire. On the other one, I'll use copper. The annealed steel is fairly soft. That's going to allow me to chisel it down into the shape of the grip afterwards without it snapping. Because if the wire snaps 3/4 of the way through the process, I have to start all over again, and I do the very unhappy dance.
It's the wheel pommel that I prepared to carve the Witcher design. All of the tools
the wolf head
made, he is almost completely self-taught. I've always said that drawing.
Yep, the Witcher symbol, the wolf head.
And he just makes it all look easy.
So I'm heat treating the first of the 2 Witcher blades. This is the 444 silver sword blade. I've got to watch my temperatures, keep the piece from warping very much. I'm running a fairly hot furnace with this material. After I make the quench into oil, the piece is pretty fragile until tempering, so we have to be careful how we handle it around the shop. So for the forge blade, this is W1 tool steel. We're going to go into the furnace. This is running a little bit hot for this material. So we're going to give it a minute or 2 to start to come up the temperature. I'll be flipping it, keeping it even like that. Then we're just going to turn the forge off and let the residual heat bring it up to temperature before we go to the quench.
Once again, we're tempering into canola oil. I'm just about 400 degrees here.
Okay.
And we're going to...
Okay, wait. Okay. You can actually temper swords with canola oil. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was a special type of oil, but you can freaking use technically use cooking oil. Okay. I remember there was a canola oil used for cooking. So I didn't know that there was a canola oil used for swords.
And keep it in here for
I didn't know that. That's so awesome.
Pulled out, cleaned off,
and because it cools off slow. Polished. Good point.
So the blade's got its diamond cross section
without warping the sword.
It's at 80 grit. We're gonna do 180, 280, Scotch Brite, and then everything else will be done in buffing. Then the blade will be finished and we'll just be mounting.
Carrie already ground the first blade using a nice flat grind. I'm going to show you guys something different and do a hollow grind, basically passing this blade horizontally across the edge of the wheel, and the radius of the wheel creates my edge.
All those sparks, holy crap!
I'm going to be smoothing and finishing them before final polishing. I want to make sure that everything is ready to go. Building 2 swords at once for this episode was very difficult, but now with these swords in hand, I'll be able to keep the Northern Kingdom safe.
Holy crap! Serpentine steel sword, serpentine silver sword. Holy crap! That is awesome! It does really look like the freaking swords from the game. I never played The Witcher 3, but I do in fact saw pictures of the swords, and they do look like them. That's awesome. Man. Oh, come on. Why never there's gotta be an ad before they freaking... And now this is where they test out to see if the swords are combat graded by cutting up things. Holy crap. It is sharp. my sword that I got a collection of swords here. My swords, except for the saber, but I know for a fact my 2 other swords would not be able to cut this. Jeez, that is a clean cut. That is definitely a weapon. Those are definitely swords worthy of keeping the Northern Empire safe. Jeez! Holy crap! Cut that fish! Holy crap! Was that fish frozen? It freaking cut a. I can't. Ken Tapalin. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Thank you very much for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I can only assume I can only assume, since I don't know if it's a fact or not, but that looks like frozen fish. Look at the inside. That might be frozen fish. So that sword is capable of slicing frozen things. I really can't tell for sure if it's frozen or not. But to me, it looks frozen, so I'm gonna call it that sword is capable of cutting frozen fish. And it cut a melon clean in one swipe. Holy crap. Holy crap. Whoa. Okay, that was awesome. That was definitely awesome. Okay, and now then Mr. Tooth Gaming wants me to watch Forged in Fire. Yeah, so let's go watch this one. On again? Okay. Alright. Okay then. Okay then, no more TV shows on stream. Okay. Okay, well then everybody, it seems that there is a policy thing that I was not even aware of. This was supposed to be a live stream about swords, but I guess watching a TV show on a live stream, now it's back again? Oh, alright, let's see here. Dennis, I'm doing fine. How are you doing? And yes, there is indeed a stream problem. There is definitely a YouTube problem. Like, how the world am I supposed to say it? I guess watching a TV show that has swords in it. I guess YouTube has a thing now that I can't stream TV shows, especially now that I was critiquing a TV show. Alright then, so I'm sorry everyone, it looks like I can't watch TV shows that I can't exactly give my critiques and stuff like that on a TV show. Maybe just YouTube videos and no TV shows. Okay, let's go ahead and do a little experiment. Let's see if my stream becomes suspended and stuff like that due to it being a TV show. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and watch another one. Alright, let's go ahead and watch, let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Which one do I want to watch? Ah, this one. Watch your own video. Yeah, maybe. Alright, let's go ahead and watch this one. This is like freaking museum stuff.
Motorcycle policies. So what are you waiting for? DJ Khaled to be your motivational coach?
Yo, Devin, remember to brush in a circle motion. Put in that word, Devin.
Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th.
The world of fantasy is full of many legendary and iconic swords. Be it Sting from The Hobbit, the Master Sword from The Legend of Zelda, or Blackfire from Game of Thrones. Mighty blades capture our collection.
Oh, that's the sword of Neo. That is the sword from Neo. Not exactly from the game, but you get what I mean. I saw videos of Neo 2, and this sword was featured in that.
Collective imaginations. But are some of them real? Let's take a look and see. These are the most legendary swords that actually exist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell.
Okay, and please let me know, everyone, if the stream's not being suspended anymore.
For more amazing videos every day. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5, Norimitsu Odachi. This beast of a sword has a rich history in the ancient feudal system of hand-to-hand combat.
Holy crap! That is a long sword, and I mean a seriously long sword.
Samurai.
Okay.
These fierce warriors stretch back for centuries.
Jeez, that's a huge sword.
Intimidating armor, but it is their weapon of choice.
Just effing look at that. It goes from there. I mean, like, it goes from, like, beyond here to all the way up there. That is a seriously long sword.
Namely, the sword that makes them a force to be reckoned with. The Odachi, translated.
Holy crap, now I can see it. The handle is here. The sword handle, the sword guard is here. And the freaking thing is here. Holy crap, that is long.
In kanji as large or great sword, or nodachi, aka field sword, featuring graded measurements around 12 foot 3 inches in length, a combined weight of 31.97 pounds, and a curvature of the blade between 35.4.
Jeez! Holy... Okay. Holy... that is insane! I would be scared out of my mind to hold a sword like that.
3 and 39.37 inches. Try scaling those dimensions next to this guy. Given the massive size of this legendary sword, it would have taken some considerable brawn and height to wield this weapon of choice, leaving many to speculate with theories of giants. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Okay, wrong legend. Besides, this one is actually true. In feudal Japan, the samurai followed the Bushido, or the way of the warrior, that originated during the Heian period, when wealthy landowners seceded from the central government, sick and tired of tyranny, is my guess, to forge a league of warriors to protect their turf. Minamoto Yoritomo was one of the landowners to establish the shogun, a powerful military army that carved out a wave of samurai warriors for 700.
A sword that won't fit in a car and have to carry it in a trailer. Exactly, Abib. It's
Yes,
that big.
running since 1192. Although intense engagements were common before.
Jeez! Effing look at that. Just freaking look at that. Holy sweet mother of... A sword that is taller than me. A sword that could be taller than any one of you. A sword that you would need possibly 4 hands to use. Holy crap.
The 15th and 16th centuries in Japan, the use of the odachi as a viable weapon in battle remains debatable. Many people suggest due to its bulky size, it would appear impossible to draw traditionally from the side, unless aided by a retainer to pull it out or being carried by horseback. Therefore, it seems unlikely a warrior on foot would have...
So basically, he is saying that in order for you to have that sword in battle, you would need to get a horse to carry that sword for you, or have a servant or something like that to go along with you on your adventures and to carry that sword with them. So basically, it's a golf caddy. Have a golf caddy to carry your golf clubs, well in this case carrying your golf swords.
Slung it across his back for a much easier trek, but opinions vary. During the Edo period in the late 1500s, the samurai ascended to the top of the social caste system, marking the country's history from warring factions over territory before dissolving into a civilized nation, abolishing the samurai class in 1868. Around this time, the odachi was heralded as a standard, kind of like a flag today, though personally, I think this was just an excuse for the samurai turning soft, and the obvious fact, nobody can wield the damn thing. What do you think?
Now it's time for the odd topic. What you're looking at in this photo...
Holy crap! What sword is this? It's a beautiful sword.
...is a golden-handed sword, as seen in a British Museum exhibit. But while the handle, made of actual solid gold, is impressive enough, it's the story behind the sword that makes it special. It was found a few decades ago, deep at the bottom of a disgusting and wet British bog. A guy...
Wait a minute! Is this Excalibur? This cannot be Excalibur. I may have said this before in the earlier part of the stream. Sir Percival freaking threw King Arthur's sword, Excalibur, into a lake of calm water. The lady of the lake then grabs the sword by the handle, and plunges the sword with her in there.
I found it one day when walking his dog and couldn't believe what he had found. After taking it to an expert who cleaned it up and discovered the solid gold handle, the guy was told something he never could have expected. This was no ordinary sword. This was apparently one of the swords used in the infamous Battle of Hastings in 1066.
Oh, it's the Battle of Hastings. So this was the sword that was in the Battle of Hastings. Okay, I thought it was Excalibur for a moment. Because anyone could become King of England with that.
Harold's actual sword. Incredible, right? If you found it,
Harold Hardrada.
To a museum, or would you have melted down that gold and made yourself rich? Remember to comment down below with the hashtag #OddTopic and let us know your opinion in relation to what we just showed on screen. And
holy crap, that's Harold Hardrada's sword.
now,
holy crap.
Number 4, Sword of Gujian. This legendary sword leads the charge in withstanding the test of time.
Holy
Having been
crap!
preserved in an airtight wooden box next to a skeleton under some hot and humid conditions for over 2 millennia, leaving it inexplicably rust-free. During a dig in the Hebei province around the ancient ruins of Jinan, the capital of the Chu state, a team of archaeologists salvaging artifacts from a tomb happened upon the sword of Gujian, much to their amazement to find it was untarnished. After testing was performed, the composition of the steel blade itself is primarily tempered in copper, giving it resiliency from shattering, while the edges contain tin, adding tensile strength to enhance the sharpness factor. Trace elements of other distinctive alloys including iron, lead, sulfur, and another little-known compound called sulfide cuprum lend this legendary sword its rust-proof quality.
Okay, so basically this is an immortal sword. It's made out of material that is rust-proof. This sword has been underground for 2 millennia, and it still looks relatively new. Holy crap! That's awesome!
Features blue and turquoise inlays, a silk-bound grip, 11 concentric circles on the pommel, with the sword measuring 21.9 inches in length, finishing out with a width of 1.8 inches. Where it may lack for a menacing sword in terms of size, one can't deny that its ability to stay in mint condition all these years later is a wonder in itself.
Yeah, I know. A freaking 3,000-year-old sword.
In Chinese folklore, the Gujian has earned the nickname the Gentleman of Weapons, stacking up nicely beside 3 other weapons that include the staff, spear, and saber, forming a deadly cocktail in destruction. Go figure that this remarkable piece of weaponry holds both historical significance and mythological influence to the cultural heritage of ancient China. With cryptic engravings etched into 2 columns on one side of the blade, archaeologists were mystified over the official legacy or ownership to justify its royal namesake having only 6 of the 8 characters deciphered. And considering that you have an inscription that reads, "King of Yu made this sword for his personal use," provides a vague idea as to who he is, when the tallied number of kings to rule the state of Yu was 9. Eventually, archaeologists settled on the famous Emperor Gujian, whose reign was during the spring and autumn period, around 771 to 476 BC. Apparently an epoch in history where metallurgical technology exploded. Whether this legendary sword got its titular name from a despotic ruler of Yu, or was just a lucky draw of the hat, is something you, as in Y-O-U, can make an educated...
that's the joke from Rush Hour. I'm you, he's me, and I'm you.
guess on. Number 3. 7-branched sword. The Nanatsu Saya no Tachi has a distinctive appearance.
That's definitely the sword that I saw in Neo.
Noted by 3 pairs of branch-like protrusions from either side of the blade, along with its sharpened tip, rightfully given its name, the 7-branched sword. This legendary sword is composed of iron spanning 2 feet and 5 inches in length.
Jeez! I would not like to be cut by that sword. Freaking A, it's like having a cactus in your hand. And you freaking swing that cactus. Jeez.
And given its odd construction, many experts suggest that it functioned as a ceremonial piece as opposed to a weapon in combat. The 7-branched sword has reportedly been the object of political clout between ancient Japan and the Korean kingdom, known as the Paekje. Japanese and Korean scholars have pitted themselves in endless debate over the historical primacy that makes the 7-branched sword stand out as a majestic relic.
Okay, everyone, it looks like, let's see. I've been streaming this for about an hour and a half. And let's see. Did my stream become suspended again? Okay, it looks like it did not. Okay, so I guess the stream has something to do with the, I guess the policy that YouTube must have had is with the chopping test. Yeah, I guess the chopping test might be considered cruelty to animals. Maybe. Alright, and so far, let's see, how many likes did I get? I got 4. Okay, so it looks like 4 likes. Okay, it's good. Okay.
There are those who change with the times, and those who drive them. Valvoline.
Pampers helps keep baby skin dry and healthy. Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand.
In other words, both Japan and the Pekche regard the legendary sword as a testament to their independent sovereignty over the other, not to mention laying claim to some mad swordsmith skills. It is believed that the original 7-branch sword was rediscovered back in 1945 and has remained in the Isanokami Shrine located in the Tenrishi in Nara Prefecture in Japan. Given the fact that this shrine has had
that's an awesome shrine
since antiquity, including the sword itself, it would seem to have its rightful home in the land of the rising sun. However, the sword features telling inscriptions engraved on both sides that may upturn that theory on its head. On one side, an inscription bears praise to the outstanding composition of the sword, which reads, "Manufactured with 100 times wrought iron and some magical powers to deflect enemies," quote unquote, the manufacturer. On the reverse side, a second inscription, which is way too long for me to read, can be summed up as, "One crown prince of Pekche's king forging a sword for the king of Wa," an old name for Japan, to be passed down for generations to come. While it seems like a noble gesture on the surface, it might come off as a backhanded tactic to give the Pekche kingdom supremacy in crafting swords. However, one interpretation suggests that the inscription once represented the mutual respect between the Yamato rulers and Pekche kings, a clear demonstration of the balance of power between an aristocratic hierarchy in the old world. Nonetheless, the 7-branch sword looks more like the casted...
Holy crap! That is beautiful. Deadly, but beautiful. Holy crap.
For a cactus than a barbaric instrument fit for a sword fight. What are your thoughts? Number 2. Shamasheri Zomorodnaga. The Shamasheri Zomorodnaga, also called King Solomon's sword, is a legendary sword.
King Solomon. Yeah.
Allegedly owned by the biblical figure of the same name. This gold-encrusted, emerald-studded sword is rooted in Persian literature, serving as the focal point in the epic of Amir Arsalan. The tale follows the exploits of Fulad Zerir, who is an Ifrit, or a powerful horned demon with an insatiable lust for both power and women, acting as a head general to the king of the Peri. Did I also mention the demon has a witch for a mother? Following the death of the king, Fulad proceeds to usurp the throne to claim his love for the queen, turning the rightful heir and the castle's court into stone. The mother witch then grants her demonic son immortality against all...
Okay, so this must have been what it was inspired for the Balrog. Okay, that is cool. Okay, freaking look at that. That's, if I were to translate this into Lord of the Rings, that's the freaking Balrog, and that is Gandalf. Okay, so this person here, well, maybe this person here, yeah, definitely this person here, must have inspired J.R.R. Tolkien to create the Balrog.
Court into stone. The mother
and freaking have Gandalf fight against the Balrog.
The witch then grants her
that's
demonic
cool.
son immortality against all weapons except the Zomorodnaga, for some unknown reason. Is it me, or does this sound like a nursery rhyme straight out of hell? In ancient Persia, a Shamashir dates back to the 12th century, having been introduced to Iran by the Turkic Seljuk Khanate, replacing its predecessor, which tended to be straight and double-edged. The traditional Shamshir, like the Zomorodnaga, is characterized by a prominent blade noted for its slashing technique, while on horseback, with a narrow tip for ineffective thrusting action. According to the legend, Fulad prized this wicked sword that doubled as a charm against magic and its ability to inflict wounds that were only treatable by a concoction of brains, specifically...
Holy crap, that does look similar to the Balrog if it was taking a more of a human shape. Yeah, there's the Balrog's lava whip, and I guess that could be the Balrog's lava sword. Holy crap, it does look like the frickin' Balrog.
Fulaz himself. It's no small wonder he wanted to keep the Shamashur Booga Booga away from his enemies, even though he and his mother were vanquished in the end by Arsalan. Number 1. Kusanagi no Tsurugi. While everyone is familiar with the katana, the Kusanagi no Tsurugi comes in at number 1 as a distant cousin with a more ferocious edge to fit the bill on our list. Initially called the Ami no Murakumo no Tsurugi, translated as Sword of the Gathering Clouds of Heaven, it was later condensed to Kusanagi no
So it's the Sword of Heavens. I've heard about that sword.
Tsurugi, translating to grass-cutting sword, which is known in some circles simply as Kusanagi. I definitely feel it's easier to say in just one word.
Oh, that's a Naruto swords. Okay, yeah, that I remember that insignia. That's the insignia of the Uchiha clan.
Along with a jewel and a mirror, this legendary sword is included with the imperial regalia of Japan, with each representing a set of 3 virtues: benevolence, wisdom, and, spoiler alert, valor. The origin of the Kusanagi stems from an ancient battle involving Susanoo, the Shinto god of sea and storms, and a mythical beast called Yamato no Oruchi. An 8.
Oh, yeah, okay. I've seen videos of Neo. If I am indeed remember correctly, in Neo, it was this person was depicted as a Hydra.
Headed serpent of Koshi.
Yep, Hydra.
That terrorized the wealthy Izumu family. Why couldn't they give this monster a more pet-friendly name like Yoshi? Hell, man, it even rhymes with Koshi. The Orichi was anything but gentle, though, proceeding to devour
it was a Hydra.
one at a time, bringing despair to the family, to which Susanoo enters the picture. The Shinto god devises a plan to get the monster drunk by strategically placing 8 wooden fence enclosures with vats of sake behind the gates.
Vats of sake.
Depending on the version you read, Susanoo crafted this ingenious trap on graciously receiving or in exchange for the hand and marriage of the last daughter, Kushinada Hime, as a condition of putting an end to the Orichi's reign of terror. Whether this is an early example of an arranged marriage that turned sour is debatable. Ultimately, Susanoo cuts off the 8 heads, ending with the tail from where the Kusanagi sword emerges. Later on, Susanoo gives the Kusanagi to his sister, the goddess Amaterasu, as a peace offering to end their sibling rivalry. Since then, different accounts of who this legendary sword has fallen into the hands of, its whereabouts, and its purported existence remains controversial, which is also why it's last on our list. However, some suggest it is housed in the Atsuta shrine located in the Nagoya, but knowledge of this evidence is conveniently kept under lock and key. Given the fact that the Kusanagi was last used for the ceremonial coronation of the Japanese emperor in 1989, not too distant recent past for many of us, along with reports of curses linked to the sword, maybe it's best left uncovered for now. Do you believe that giants left behind their enormous swords as mere artifacts for us to find? Or that a recipe from demon brains can be used as a first aid kit to treat a sword wound? Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on screen right now. See you next time.
Okay, that was cool. That was darn cool. Let me go ahead and put this one up here. There we go. There we go. Saving that. There we go. Well then everybody, it looks like this is going to be it for today's live stream. I'm hoping that you all have enjoyed yourselves. Tomorrow is going to be reacting to subscribers' videos, because it looks like we recently got more subscribers, and also I want to look at their videos, and there is indeed quite a few videos that I may have missed to look at. Let's head on down to my subscriber list. I already looked at her videos yesterday. I looked at his video, and I think I already looked at his video. So I still got more videos to look at. But anyways, everybody, I'm hoping to see you all again next time. Bye-bye, everyone.